Welcome back to the channel, Your Majesties. Thank you so much for returning. Trust you and yours are well, and you're loving yourself and others like always. Many thanks to all of you for all the support you give to the channel. Thank you so much to our channel members, to our anonymous supporters, to all of you massive subscribers. You're loved, celebrated, and appreciated. Without democracy, the Sahel will fall. Just like what I was saying in the, I don't know if that video is up. There is this hatred that respectable people have for these leaders in the Sahel. And why this hatred? Because these leaders do not take power. They took power, by force, by a military coup. So it's like, since it is a military coup, nothing good can come out of it. So even if they are putting effort, even if they are trying their best to see that their people are okay, whatever they do is not good enough. It's not good enough. Why? Because they are military leaders. This is the thought of these people. This is what they feel like. Remember that our Ghanaian uncle, what he was saying. I'm going to put some short, maybe a little of his discussion so that we listen to that while this video progress. A lot of you were angry with him. And what did I tell you that time? I told you that this is what is in the mind of quite a good number of people. Because Traore didn't take power democratically, so he can't be a leader. Even if he's doing everything good, that good which he's doing cannot be, people are not just satisfied because he is not a democratically elected leader. Your Majesties. So Nigeria to protect their border against the Sahel, because they feel that when the Sahel falls, Nigeria might be the next. And I have a question. Do you think the Sahel would fall? Do you think the Sahel will fall? According to the Nigerian Chief of Defense Staff, the Sahel might fall. And if the Sahel fall, the target might be Nigeria. So I was thinking, I don't know, there is something happening at this time. I think the West there's something they want to do. Because when you listen to the speech of this defense minister, Nigerian Chief of Defense Staff, you listen to the speech he gave during the Russia victory parade. It's quite different. There's a slight change with that speech and this present discussion he's having now. During that time, you feel like we are brothers with the Sahel. We are still working together. We have their students in our nation's schooling. We still cooperate. We still communicate. Now, there is a slight change. I don't know if the Nigerian government is aware that there is a plan to invade the Sahel soon. But when you compare that speech, if you watch that video, when I was saying that Nigeria said that Russia helped them during the civil war and the rest of them, it was still this same man that said it. It was this same man that said it. And now it's like there is a slight change. There is disbelief between the Sahel nation, like they do not trust the Sahel nation again, like they are aware that there is a danger coming toward that region and they're trying to protect themselves, like covering themselves back and letting them be, hoping that they get destroyed. And that was why I asked, do you think the Sahel will fall? I believe the Sahel will not fall. Not because they have sophisticated weapons and military equipment and everything, but because nature is with them. The Creator is with them. They are fighting a good fight. Your Majesties, I'm going to roll in the clips. They are fighting a good fight. They are putting their head all in for their people, the liberation of their land. So nature would be for them. Nature would fight for them. Let's listen to some of this information and we take it up from there.
Border management is very critical. I've had countries, because of the level of insecurity they had to fence their borders. I know sometimes when you mention, people say, no, it's impossible. Pakistan fenced 1,350 kilometer border with Afghanistan. That was the only time they had peace. Saudi Arabia and Iraq, 1,400 kilometers fenced completely. can we start thinking of fencing our borders? We have 1,500 kilometers with Niger Republic, 1,900 kilometers with Cameroon. Chad is there. All over us, surrounded by francophone countries, and the Sahel is heating up. If we don't do anything, when the Sahel falls, it is Nigeria that everybody is interested in, because they believe Nigeria is huge, Nigeria is big, Nigeria is rich. And that is what we should start thinking about. How do we secure fully and take control of our borders? It is critical for our survival. It is critical for our sovereignty.
I'm joined now in the studio by Nigeria's Chief of Defense Staff and the highest ranking military officer in the country, General Christopher Musa. Great to see you again.
Very well, thank you.
Again, every time I see you, you don't...
West Africa, a lot of issues with governance. Challenges with Niger, Chad, Chad, Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso. They are taking a lot of heat. And that is because, one, the areas are large. There's a lot of poverty within those areas. Climate change is one major issue on ground, and lack of political will is causing these issues. And those are the things trying to pour into Nigeria. And so whatever efforts we are making, as long as these things are there, it's going to be a challenge. And that's why the federal government is moving up to make sure that we have a very wonderful border management system, because we have to protect our borders. If you notice, most of these guys coming with this flow into Nigeria from outside, and that's why it's critical. And that's why for us, the three countries that have gone, we are still militarily discussing with them. Just recently, we have especially for these three countries, it's important that they get their leadership right, and then they're able to do a lot. That will also, and that's why for us in Nigeria, we have more to lose if they don't get it right. And that's why whatever it takes, politically, military, we need to partner with them to ensure that they're...
When you say get their leadership right, what do you mean?
Democracy. They must have a democratic system that will be able to assist them into taking decisions that will help the country. If they don't do that, it's going to create more issues for them, more problems, and these are the things that are exacerbating these issues on ground. So those are the things I think they need to really look at.
Indeed.
Well, we heard from the horse's mouth. That's the Nigerian Chief of Defense Staff there. And there are things he pointed out. And if you listen to the other discussion of his, the interview he had during the victory parade in Russia, there is, like I said, a very slight difference. It's like they are aware that something is coming to the Sahel, and they're trying to cough themselves out of it. Like, I don't want to get involved, so they should, instead of we coming together, fighting for our brothers and sisters, protecting them, we're trying to cover ourselves and trying to create more border, create more division amongst us, like just to demarcate. Okay, stay there with your trouble, and we're gonna hide here. Are we not supposed to protect each other? Anyway, I believe you all know that recently, when you are pro Traore, something's gonna happen to you in Nigeria. If you're pro Traore, you're wrong. I hope you know that. Just try to bring something to your mind. In Nigeria, if you're pro Traore, something is wrong. If you're pro Traore, the government sees that you're an enemy of them, and it is quite unfortunate. He said lack of political will is part of the problem of the Sahel. Political will in what sense? Can you elaborate for me, Your Majesties? Maybe you leave some comment there. When he said lack of political will, because I see these people, if not because of the will they have, they wouldn't have, wholeheartedly accept these leaders of theirs and support these leaders of theirs. Remember, in Niger, the people have extended the leadership or the rulership of Abdurrahman Chiani. In Burkina Faso, the same people have said, no, you're not stepping down. You will still remain our leader for the next 5 years. In Mali, it is the same thing. So what is this political will that he was talking about? Maybe I didn't follow him well. And then he made mention of getting their leadership right. And he was asked, when you say getting leadership right, what do you mean? He said it meant democracy. So all this boils down to the same thing from the beginning, and the same thing we keep flogging and we'll keep flogging until they are able to get rid of these Sahel leaders. That's where they're going to have peace. And what is that thing? Democracy, democracy, democracy. So all the efforts these leaders are putting in, Does it mean these other African leaders cannot appreciate these people? They cannot, because these people are not democratically elected leaders. I don't know where this is coming from. Does it mean, I don't get it. Just because of democracy, a group of people or three people are, they put their own nation at heart, at the forefront. Just take a look at Ibrahim Traore. Ibrahim Traore went to the forefront with his army to fight battle. He won this battle against terrorists. I'm leaving the video so that you see. He won this battle against terrorists and he came back victorious. Look at the way his people were happy on the streets. They were shouting his name. They were so happy that their leader went to the forefront to fight for them. And he came back. When Ibrahim is on the street, people will voluntarily just, they become, you don't know this convoy. You look at the convoy, you think that it's just Ibrahim soldiers. No, ordinary people will be among, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. The love that these people have for their leaders is something that you can't just even comprehend. It's not, and then we have world power using our own melanated people, okay, to thwart the effort of these leaders in the Sahel. Why? Because they didn't come democratically. They collected power by force. Come on. When are we going to love these our leaders as we should love them? When are we going to support them, especially to all these respectable people that we think, of course, when you even look at those that are angry with these Sahel leaders, it's not even the lay people. Those that are angry with Sahel leaders that they took power by force are not the lay people. The lay people in every country, the continent, all the youth support these Sahel leaders. But those who are angry, you know them. And it's unfortunate. I will leave you with some of the discussion of this, our uncle from Ghana. And do well by, giving this video a like and leaving your comment there at the section. I'm going to see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive, always your majesties. Bye for now.
The question I ask you is, why are you scared of calling this criminal a criminal? Why are you scared of calling a military coup plotting bandit, Ibrahim Traore, a criminal? Now, there are reasons why you are finding it difficult to do that. And I'll prove to you that Ibrahim Traore is not the problem. The criminals we have in West Africa, either they are civilians or they are wearing military uniform, they are not the problem. It is the dishonest you. You listening to me now, you are our problem. You have grown into a kind of human beings that are producing bandits in civilian clothes democratically and in military uniform. All of them entertainers. There are some crimes that are very clear. There are some crimes that are not clear. Now, we have those who are saying to us that, why, Kofi Ali, do you call Ibrahim Traore a criminal when he has not been convicted of any crime in any court of law? A criminal can be a criminal whether he has gone through the legal process to establish he's a criminal or not. Let us put Ibrahim Traore by the side. You and I, let us talk. Is rape a criminal act, or rape is not a criminal act? If you agree rape is a criminal act, anyone who raped a person is a criminal offense, then let's assume a man raped a girl. This is the girl. We saw this man has raped a girl. So it's not about allegation. The man raped the girl. And we have evidence. And the man ran away. So he's not caught. He's at large. And the police are looking for him. If we have evidence that that man, beyond doubt, we will know, This is the girl, either she's laughing or crying because she's sick in the head. This man raped her and so create trauma in her life because he beat her and forced her and intimidated her with either a knife or anything, and he took advantage. So we will know that we have evidence. But the man has not been arrested, is at large. Is the man a criminal or is not a criminal? As far as we are concerned, because of the act the man is involved in, the man has committed a crime. As far as we are concerned, but we are not the police. The police is the one looking for the man. Then the man was at large. If he's innocent until proven guilty, why are the police looking for him? Because they want to take him to face justice, to be proven guilty or not. When the police arrest him, eventually, what the police are looking for is a potential criminal. So it's a criminal because they have the evidence. This is the girl, this is the evidence. Then, when they catch the person, do you think the police will be playing with him? They will arrest him and restrain him. Will the police put handcuffs on the man? Yes. When they take him to the police station, will they lock him up so that he will not escape again? Yes. But he has not been proven guilty. We have evidence. They went after him, caught him, restrained him, took him to the police station, locked him up, still innocent. Then they now rein him before a judge, still restrained with police, until the judge decide whether indeed he is the person who committed the crime, and indeed the crime was committed or not. At this point in time, the judge can say, from the evidence before me, this man didn't commit any crime. He can go. We can have our opinion as we like. Or the judge can say, this man has committed a crime, so he's going for 7 or 14 years. Is he guilty all along? As far as we are concerned, he is guilty. And exactly if you analyze Captain Traore in this sense, there is a crime committed. What Captain Traore did was that there was a law and there is a process of changing the law. And the people of Burkina Faso have sat down and drafted a constitution on how laws should be changed. Laws are made by men. They can be changed by men, but there are procedures. It's just like rape. You can sleep with a woman, but there is a procedure to do it. If you violate the procedure that is laid down, then you have committed a crime. That is the difference. The procedure says, anyone who wants to be the head of government officially of a legal entity called Burkina Faso, and the people of that legal entity who are legal entities themselves must do so lawfully. And it's specified that coup is a treasonable felony. Nobody should do that. So if Captain Traore have done that, he has broken the law. He has committed a serious crime like an armed robber. Armed robber wanted money to go and live a good life and take care of his family and children. But the way he did it is unlawful. That is where the problem is. His behavior at the time. Action. And therefore, coup is by ambitious people for their selfish end. Everybody wants to be the president, and he used weapon to be the president. That is it. That's exactly what Captain Traore did. Then he arrested the people who are giving the mandate of the people to do it, whether they are going to dig a pit or not. And what did Captain Traore do? He bullied all of them and took over the power illegally. And what Captain Traore then did was to suspend the constitution, and it became a law unto himself with his gangsters. And he then have the people being cowed and intimidated like that girl who was raped. Then he now say the constitution is suspended. So he is now using martial law because he's a military officer. A civilian dare not do that. When they do that, we will call them terrorists. Then Captain Captain Traore, for his selfish, greedy ambition, he's the only one who knows what is good for Burkina Faso, decided, he said, anybody who do attempt a coup like Rawlings, he catch them and unalive them. That means not only the constitution that was there before Ibrahim Traore did this coup, the constitution is still alive. That is why Ibrahim Traore is unaliving and killing people for staging coups. Yes, so that he will keep on to be there. Now, ECOWAS then said, anyone who does that has committed a criminal act. So, Captain Traore did not only break the Burkina Faso law, the legal documents, called the Constitution of Burkina Faso, he also violated the ECOWAS law, because ECOWAS law says no one should do coup. And when ECOWAS said, look, you are being overambitious and you are doing things wrongly, the man said, I'm leaving ECOWAS. He should go. He is not Burkina Faso. This is why we are in court to separate the criminal from the state. The state is a legal entity. Anything the state does it lawfully, because legal entities do things lawfully. So when you are a legal entity like Captain Traore, representative of Burkina Faso, and you are engaged in an illegality, then your legality is questionable and suspended. You do not have the right to proceed to do what is legal, because you cannot be illegal and represent a legal entity. The people who are sitting in the ECOWAS Commission accepted a letter from a criminal that he want to withdraw a whole country from the ECOWAS, and they granted it to him. The commission took advantage of the division among the heads of states, and they took the letter to them. If the commission did not accept that illegal letter, the heads of states would not have sat on it. And therefore, if we can get the court to pass judgment that that letter is not a legitimate one, is illegal, the ECOWAS shouldn't have accepted it, then the court can reverse that, and then any decision after that become null.